Two secrets to get rich. Hi, this is Douglas Lucky Larson on the Retire Early and Often channel, and today I'm going to give you two secrets about becoming wealthy. First, let me give you just a bit of background. Most wealthy people start out by trading their time for dollars, or yen, or euros, or rubles, or whatever. That's typical for all of us who have had a day job. We're employees trading hours for a paycheck. Those who become really wealthy find a way to make money on autopilot with business investments or stocks or rental income or labor arbitrage. Like if you bid out a job at 50 bucks an hour and pay someone else to do it for 30 bucks an hour and you keep the difference. Then in the next phase of success, most rich people spend their money to buy back their time by paying other people to do all the tasks they don't want to do, which leaves them even more time to do the higher level planning and strategizing that makes them even wealthier. Or simply, they do whatever the heck they want because they've got the time again. What's interesting is that when you find young, self-made millionaires and billionaires, not the ones who just inherited money, but first-generation rich people, almost always, they have learned to implement the middle and later steps at the earliest possible time. They leverage other people's skills and time right out of the gate to grow, expand market share, or invest in only the best returns, even before others their age have even graduated college or decided on a career path. A couple examples would include young crypto investors that were smart enough or lucky enough to see the potential of Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or whatever, and they invested in growth long before conventional wisdom or their peers would normally think of investing. How about young entrepreneurs that team up with other growth-minded individuals, like in a garage tech startup? They do something similar. They leverage each other's skills and time and grow much faster because of collaboration, while most of their peer group is still playing Call of Duty. How about young, successful wealth managers who realize that they can take a small percentage or a commission of a lot of people's investments if they can demonstrate a good track record of beating the market? They leverage other people's money to invest in bigger deals and make huge commissions for themselves all along the way. They realize that it just doesn't make sense to spend time on mundane tasks when real success comes from raising capital or picking the right investments or partnering with the right people. If they can outsource clerical work and bookkeeping and payroll or any other labor or specific tasks to lower paid employees or subcontractors, they free up their own time for higher level planning. If you think about it, even if you're not what you would consider wealthy, you probably already do this when you have DoorDash deliver a meal. It's something that you could spend 2 hours on with shopping and cooking, but instead have it delivered to your door. You are paying for other people's time to buy the ingredients and cook the meal. However, what do you do with that extra time? That is what sets apart poor and average from wealthy. As a real estate investor, I could use that 2 extra hours to find another deal, whether it's something that I will buy or I can put under contract and then wholesale it to another buyer. I can also use that time to find and apply for better funding to make my current deals cash flow better. One of my brothers is a freelance systems analyst and programmer. He can use that 2 hours to make an extra $300 to $500 typing away on his keyboard. That's a pretty good trade if you only spend 5 minutes ordering a $30 or $40 meal, but saved 2 hours and you can make a few $100. If instead you waste those 2 hours on Netflix or mindless TikToks or World of Warcraft, well, you're bound to be like most people who don't have 10 or 20 years of growth. They simply relive the same year 10 or 20 years in a row. They survive, maybe do okay, but they never become wealthy, financially free, and get on with a bigger purpose. Seriously, your fantasy football team is not a higher purpose. So, how can you use this information to become wealthy and free up your time for your more important tasks and your bigger purpose in life? I'll be honest, I'm actually not the best role model because I was a late bloomer. Up until I was almost 30, I was pursuing education and also trading lots of my hours for dollars. I also goofed around quite a bit. I loved to surf. I still do. I like to socialize and do my art, sculpture to be specific, and I spent a lot of hours on that. It was certainly fulfilling. I still love those things. But I was also tethered to the routine of trading my hours for dollars. By age 34, I had read some books and pursued a little real estate investing. I had bought 4 different houses in California and Hawaii, but I still had a day job. I was a landlord, but I still needed a paycheck. I was 35 years old when I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki, and I had a real mind shift. In his books, he talks about leaving the rat race and becoming financially independent by becoming a business owner and then an investor. That really is the key to financial independence and becoming wealthy. So, how can you use this information to take your next step toward financial freedom? There is no one size fits all, and I am not a financial advisor. I provide infotainment. So a lot of it depends on where you're at. Not geographically, really, but financially and in risk tolerance. I was definitely more aggressive before I had children to think about and had to pay for insurance and braces and all the usual bills and responsibilities of family life. Some people might tell you that you should pick up a side hustle within your same industry. Some people will tell you that you should just buy crypto. I love real estate and getting passive income every month from rent and also chunks of cash from occasionally flipping. I started out in real estate with house hacking or renting out a part of my house in homes I lived in so that I could live cheap and save up and buy another asset. I cannot give you personal advice, but hopefully this infotainment can help you find the right thing for you. So here is my opinion. The most important 2 things that you can do includes first, mindset. And there are some time-tested, excellent resources out there. First, I recommend Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and also Gary Keller's The One Thing. Also, I loved The E-Myth, Entrepreneur Myth by Michael Gerber. And another great book that might be a perfect place for you to start is The Wealthy Gardener by John Soforic. If you listen to or read these books, I promise that you will have a mind shift, or you're simply brain dead. Hey, if you like this information so far, please give us a thumbs up, which helps other people on YouTube to find us. So by listening to or reading some of these great books and podcasts, you often get that spark, that fire lit underneath your butt that really gets you going in a positive direction. Starting is sometimes the hardest part, and these great resources can be just the right catalyst. Always remember that you have a higher purpose on this earth, and it is not to buy mansions or boats or cars or gain bragging rights. Financial freedom will help you gain back your time and pursue your purpose. The second skill, along with mindset that will help you on your wealth journey, is networking. This is crucial. This is a huge shortcut. Some of my favorite podcasters, Robert Helms and Russell Gray, taught me this phrase. It's easier to make friends than money, and it's easier to make money with friends. If you will search out some real in-person networking opportunities or investor communities that you can be a part of and then synergize with, you can absolutely turbocharge your success. All wealthy people have networks and partnerships and advisors and mentors and mastermind groups that all help each other to get to the next level. Start with the Meetup app on your phone, or maybe Facebook groups in your local area that focus on financial independence or entrepreneurship or real estate investing. Then don't settle for virtual networking. because you don't want virtual success. You want real success. So actually meet up with these groups when they have get-togethers. You will need to watch out for scammers because they're everywhere. But trust me, meeting with other humans is how success still happens. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to become financially independent. You don't have to have the perfect business plan or name right now. You don't need to have the right car or the right website or business cards even. You do need the right mindset and the right support network. And if you are genuine in your journey, don't pretend you're bigger than you are, and you always offer to help others along the way, you will attract the right people to you and find great success together. Have fun and make your own luck. Again, please give us a thumbs up and share these videos if you think they can help someone else. Hope to see you on the next one.